Back with Craig, Button and Bryan Hayes. Gentlemen, names 19 through 11 on TSN's top 50 list have now been revealed. 2 years ago, Sidney Crosby was 11th. Last year, he was 13th. This year, he comes in at number 14. Incredible consistency from a player guy who's now 37 years old. Craig, the rankings are based on what we think this guy could do this season and not what they've done in the past. What makes you believe Sid can keep delivering at this level, and for how much longer do you think he can do it?
What would make me not believe, Gino? I mean, Sidney Crosby last year nearly single-handedly got the Pittsburgh Penguins into the playoffs. There has been no drop-off in his play from the day he started in the league. And when you consider that he very well may have been in the top 5 of MVP voting last season if his Penguins got in the playoffs, that tells me everything I need to know about Sidney Crosby. The day has not arrived. The moment has not arrived where I am betting against Sidney Crosby. You know, I just saw where some of his teammates were saying he might be able to play till he's 50. At 37, he's still one of the best players on the planet. He's still one of the best players in the league. So I'm not betting against him, and he's shown no signs of any drop-off in his play or his impact for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah, I'm not betting against him either. And really, the best ability in pro sports is availability. And the greatness of Sid the last couple of years has been that he's played every single game. And I don't anticipate that to change in the future because he's obsessed with his diet, with his body, with his skill set, with his production. And when you're an all-time great player, and that's what he is, like Tom Brady was, like LeBron James was, and you have a passion for your sport and passion for your teammates and your team and your organization and your fan base the way that Sid does, I think he'll just continue to do what LeBron's doing in LA, what Tom Brady did when he was in New England, when he went down to Tampa. 37's nothing. I think he's got 3, 4, 5 years if he wants to at a really high level, and I think he deserves to be ranked where he is. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he went higher than that. I think ultimately it might come down to his teammates, how good his team is to prop him up and put him in that position. Yeah. But I expect he plays every night like he did the last 2 years, and I expect him to be one of the best players in the league like he has basically since he walked in the league.
All three of us were in the voters for the top 50, and I think all three of us are in agreement on this, which is sad because I love to disagree with you guys. All right, so let's switch our attention to a player who's 14 years younger than Crosby. Jack Hughes at number 12 on our list. And he's actually got the 4th best odds to win the Hart Trophy so far this year. Hayes, are you buying Hughes' ranking of 12th, or is this too high too soon for him?
No, I think it's appropriate, but as I just said about Sid, and this applies to every pro athlete, your best ability is availability, and Jack Hughes has not been available enough. He has not played a full season in the NHL. He hasn't played 82 games. And most of these years, he's been in the league for 5 years, he's barely touched up against 70, 75. So he's got to stay healthy. That is first and foremost. If he is healthy, I have no doubt he's one of the 15 or 20 best players in the league. I think top 4 for the Hart's a bit rich. But again, that will come down to the teammates that he has. I think he's got a really talented team. I think he's got good wingers down there in Meyer and Brad. I think they're an improved defense, certainly an improved goaltending situation. I think Sheldon Keefe will help him as well. So if he's got a good team, which I think he will, and he stays healthy, Craig, I think Jack Hughes is a rock star, and I have no reason to believe he won't keep moving up this list.
Yeah, Bryan, he's a rock star superstar. I don't think anybody would doubt his abilities, his skills to impact the game at the superstar level. And, you know, we start to debate, is he 8th, is he 12th, is he 18th? I agree with your premise. Top 15, top 20 in the league. And if he's healthy, he will be that much more impactful. You look at the New Jersey Devils, when he's in the lineup, I mean, they're a team that is so much better. And that's what a superstar does. He elevates the team. Certainly, Jack Hughes wants to have a fully healthy season. You know, to say right now that he's 4th in Hart Trophy odds for this season, I think that is rich too. Because if you start to just think about 3 players that would be ahead of him, I have to think it's Matthews, McKinnon, and McDavid. We're leaving out some pretty darn good players that he's got better odds at winning the MVP. And I'm not buying that. Jack, as good as he is and as much as I love his play, he's going to have to show more to me in terms of being better than about 6 or 7, 8 other players that I think are MVP worthy.
Man, it's a bit of a love-in today. All three of us agree on all the topics. Hopefully it'll change as we move forward, because only one day remaining on this year's countdown. On Friday, we're going to unveil the top 10 names on this year's list of the top 50 NHL players.